Hi, friends. We're up to week 4 in going through the code, and I want to talk today about our affirmation. This is the 4th affirmation that we're doing. Knowing and loving God is my first priority. So, just to keep in perspective, like all the different angles that we're talking about, what does it mean to love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength? The first part was to find our identity in Christ, in the Lord, and to see ourselves as sons and daughters of God our Father in heaven. That's the first part. The second one is to put Christ in charge of our life. Our declaration that he is Lord, he is our King, and so he's the one in charge. The third week, we focused on the idea of giving to the Lord every aspect of our life. It's not just our church time, our religious activity. It's our whole life that we fit into him and we bring before him. Today, it's another aspect still of loving God, and this time it is make growing in Christ our first priority. It is the most important thing we do. Our lives are full, and that does not change whether we are a Christian or not. God does not tell us believers, call us believers to take ourselves out of the world, go live in a monastery, and spend our whole day praying and in silence. We are called to be in this world, to live our lives in this world, but not to be of this world. So, how do we do that? That is the challenge. We have things we have to do, activities that we will engage in that won't be inherently spiritual, religious, necessarily um, about God, but everything we've given to God. So, how do we do that? Maybe this paragraph in the code caught your attention on page 41, the devotion number 18. He says, "What is the most important thing you must accomplish today? If you're anything like me, that question creates a barrage of tasks and projects that are on your list of things to get done. Some of the items on your list are new, and maybe you just added them today. Others have been lingering and compiling for what seems like forever. There never seems to be enough time to get everything done on the list, right? It's simply ever growing. And there are always things competing for our time and attention. Our lists represent things of value to us. We spend the time on the things that are important. And if something is among the highest priorities and that you have, it gets tackled first, or at least sooner." It goes on to ask, okay, where does the Lord fit into in that list of activities, that to-do list? So it's Monday, which means for me, I spent some time writing a new to-do list. Right, each week I look at, I got past Sunday, and so now what is the tasks this week that I need to do? But within that, what we're saying in this affirmation is that of all the things we do to seek out God, to be with him, to be growing in him, to be learning about him, to be growing in our love for God, that is the most important of all the tasks we do. I had a boss. He was my divisional director when I worked for Young Life, and he would speak often, and he would make the statement as a priority for all our staff people. He would repeatedly say, "Jesus Christ is the most important thing you do." Now that may sound weird to your ears, but what he was saying is this: you have all these things on your to-do list. The most important thing you do is to be with Christ, to focus on him, to make sure you are walking with him in everything. It's basically the same as this affirmation. Of all the things we do on any given day, the most important is, are we seeking the Lord? Are we connecting to him? Are we setting our heart on the things of God, not just on the things of this world? So I'd encourage you as you kind of go through this, maybe if you're in a group talking, is look at Deuteronomy 6, 1-9. And it's actually a passage that talks about, that commands, love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul and might. Um, Jesus drew from Deuteronomy 6 when he gave his great command in Matthew 22. And look at it And look at all the reasons why it says to do that. And then the second question is, what does it say to do? It gives specific things that help do that. What activities do you do to keep the Lord the forefront of your thoughts? And then maybe we can compare it to what we do. What is our strategy for putting the Lord as our first priority each day we wake up? The worship song, I think, that captures this best is called Step by Step. We sing it decently often at East Glenville. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. And repeats, oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. I will seek you in the morning. I will learn to walk in your ways. And step by step, you'll lead me, and I will follow you all of my days. Let that be kind of the reminder that we need for this week. Thanks.